بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين الذين أظهر الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. Continuing with the power of anger, today we are going to talk about self-conceit or vanity. In Arabic is known as ujub, in Urdu and Farsi also, same thing. A person shows this condition when he thinks very highly of himself on account of either some quality that he has, some advantage that he has, some skill that he has, some knowledge that he has, or anything for that matter, physically, whatever it is. Whether it's real or imagined, sometimes one thinks that he knows something and doesn't know it. Sometimes he thinks that he's powerful and he's not. Sometimes he thinks that he is skilled and he's not. Whether it's real or not, the concept in his mind is that he has something higher than others. He has something that is skillful than others. He has a quality that's better than others. He has some knowledge, he has some understanding, whatever it is. He fails, of course, to acknowledge that whatever quality he has, whatever perfection he has, whatever skill he has, comes from the source of perfection, and that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A person who shows self-conceit always fails to recognize that the source of his skill is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you recognize that, if you acknowledge that, then there is no vanity, no self-conceit. Sometimes the man is happy at some of his skills or qualities, but he thinks that they are from the Creator, who has bestowed him with those skills and can take away from him whenever he so wills. That kind of thinking is not conceit. That is not vanity. Vanity is when you think that your skills are yours, the quality that you have is yours, the knowledge that you have is yours, and you are the source of it. On the other hand, a person who is knowledgeable and acknowledges that his knowledge comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, number one, and number two, he can take away whenever he wants to. In other words, he shows himself totally at the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He shows himself totally as dependent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is not vanity. The person who thinks that he got it because he deserved it, he deserved it in the first place, that he had right, that's why he got it, or that his position is highly esteemed, that's why he got it, okay. Or that he has so many virtues that Allah has bestowed him with this, okay, and that Allah is not going to take it away from him. This is also pride and haughtiness. So one is the concept that the skills that you have are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has bestowed them on you and will take away from you whenever he wants. Can take away from you when he wants. That is not conceit. That is acknowledging the reality that all perfection comes from the Creator, the source of perfection. The second is disregard completely of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not acknowledgement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is self-conceit and vanity. There is third, where you acknowledge, for example, that the quality comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it came to you because you deserved it. It came to you because you are highly qualified. It came to you because you have a high esteem in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example. It came to you because, you are a high level of piety or whatever it is, and God has given you this. Okay? And He's not going to take it away from you because you are so pious, you are so great, and so on and so forth. This is pride and haughtiness. Because no one can reach the level of high esteem that is the requirement, really, of God's providence. Allah, in His mercy, really bestows upon humanity. Otherwise, human beings are not at that level that they could demand from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they have reached such and such position because of their own righteousness, because they deserve it, because of their skills, because of whatever they have. Sometimes a man thinks that he has done good and he displays vanity about it. I've been good to you, you have been good to me. Okay. You have worked to build this place, for example. This institution, for example. Okay. You have written a book. It's a work, isn't it? Okay. And you show vanity about it. Oh, I have done this, I have done that. Again, that is destructive also. Who gave you the knowledge to write the book? From where it came? What is the source? If you build this, who gave you the resources for it? From where the money came, for example, or the skills to make it? It all came. Fundamentally, then, whatever you have is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That acknowledgement must always be in your mind at all times, irrespective of what you have, what you have done. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said that three things are destructive. Three things are destructive. One, he said, miserliness, al-bukhl. The second, he said, lust, ash-shahwa. And the third, he said, conceit, ujub. Self-conceit, ujub. He said, if you don't commit sins, I fear you may fall into something worse than that, sins. Conceit, conceit, conceit. He repeated. Okay. That is vanity, vanity, vanity. It's narrated in one of the traditions that Iblis, the cursed one, Shaitan, came to Prophet Musa ﷺ in colorful costumes, saluted him, identified himself as Iblis. Musa asked him of his colorful costume. He said, I attract the sons of Adam towards me by this color. Musa asked, what is the sin that a man commits that makes you overpower him? And Iblis said, when a person becomes conceit about his obedience, about his good deeds, and belittles his sins and disobedience. When you think too high about your deeds, oh, you have done that, you have done great. You have done this, 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 and this. Okay. You have a list of things that you have done. Okay. And you are high-handed about it. Okay. Particularly many religious people, okay, otherwise obedient, okay, would list their accomplishments. This. Okay. They count their good deeds. And they really don't know whether their deeds are good one or not. You know why? I've said that many times in this class and earlier also. That the criteria of a deed being good.